Now, you better sit down when I tell you about my third violation. After my second violation, I was very careful not to host any copyrighted material on my channel. I never used any music in the soundtrack of my videos. I removed several videos that had made fair use of clips from other people just to avoid even the remote possibility that someone would DMCA those videos. But I did make two exceptions. A while back, Reneto featured a clip from Casey Nunez in which Casey begged to be allowed back onto YouTube. Casey had been suspended because he went over the line with his Psycho Hurricane act, and he begged that if he were allowed back onto YouTube, he would be a changed man. Well, I believe in second chances, so I wrote to Casey Nunez and I asked him if I could upload a video of his onto my channel in which he pledged to give up his Psycho Hurricane act if YouTube allowed him back on. He gave me his permission, and I believe he appreciated my uploading his video for him. I hosted one other video on my channel, and it is that video that actually got me banned. Firefly515 was suspended, and he made a video in which he asked to be given a second chance on YouTube. In this video, Firefly asked. No, he didn't actually ask. He begged. He begged for those who were watching his video to repost it to our channels. All you had to do was watch the video for 3 minutes, and you would know that I had his permission to repost his video. Fortunately, several other YouTubers posted a copy of Firefly's video, so you can watch it for yourself. I will post a link to one of those copies in the sidebar. And I really want you to watch it so you can see him begging me and others to repost the video. Well, Red Skull created a Yahoo email account named Firefly5155, and he sent YouTube a DMCA notice from that account, claiming to own the copyright on that video. He was pretending to be Firefly515, but note the extra 5 in the email address. He had no legal right to claim copyright ownership of that video, and he committed perjury by sending in this false DMCA complaint to YouTube. I informed YouTube's copyright department of my situation, and they were extremely unresponsive. They told me the only way I could get my account back was to file a DMCA counter notice. I refused to do that, and I explained to them why. I told them that Red Skull had made a veiled death threat against me last July, and that if I fill out a DMCA counter notice, then he will obtain my name and address. Even though I think the odds of him acting out his threat are small, I do not want him to have that information. I strongly urge you to read through my correspondence with YouTube's copyright department and decide for yourself just how much they care about their users. To say they were unresponsive is an understatement. YouTube certainly tries to make it appear like they appreciate those of us who contribute to their site. Their logo says broadcast yourself. They host presidential candidates and invite us to submit questions to them. They at least pretend to listen to the YouTube advocate, and they created a YouTube community council to pass concerns of YouTubers onto YouTube staff. They have even made it a violation of terms of service to reveal personal information about other YouTubers, and if you do reveal the identity of another YouTuber, your account will be suspended. I suppose that they adopted this rule to at least make it appear like they have some minimum concern for the welfare and the safety of their users. But the way they have behaved towards me and other YouTubers calls into question their commitment to fairness, decency, and respect toward their contributors. Their behavior shocks the conscience. Their refusal to restore my account, even when they know damn well that what I did not violate any copyright law, makes a mockery of their policy against revealing personal information to other YouTubers. The only way I can get my account back is to file a DMCA counter notice. And unless I want to commit perjury by signing a false name to the counter notice, I must sign my real name on a document which YouTube will then send to Red Skull, a man who has made a veiled death threat against me and who has threatened to harm several other YouTubers. If YouTube wonders why so many people, Even people who were once prominent YouTube supporters like Renetto are questioning YouTube's judgment and commitment to the well-being of its users. They only have to look at their copyright enforcement team. Now, this is not all YouTube's fault. I lay about half the blame on a bad and unconstitutional law and half the blame on YouTube. YouTube might try to lay all the blame on the DMCA's requirements, but that dog won't hunt. The DMCA does not require them to follow an inflexible 3-strike-and-you're-out policy, even in situations where it is obvious that no copyright violation has occurred. I will explain what the DMCA requires YouTube to do and why the DMCA is unconstitutional in future videos. I will also explain why, even if I filed a counter notice, Red Skull could still get YouTube to dance like his marionette and suspend my account. And I will explain how each and every one of you could have your account suspended if the DMCA is not reformed and if YouTube continues to maintain its inflexible policy. This has been The Masked Analyst, under and in.